Hey folks, it's Dave here from Team Brower. Here today because I'm looking forward to 2023. And I just want to give you a look into what you might expect from a buyer's point of view for this upcoming year. So for the past few years, we've been living in a world of low inventory. So for instance, as of today's filming, right now it's early February, we've got less than 500 active listings on the market in and around HRM. To give you perspective on that, in the fall, we were usually hovering somewhere between 700, 750 active listings at any given time. So there's no doubt that inventory remains low. But I might remind you that this time last year, it was even lower, much lower. So for instance, this time last year, we had only 170 active listings on the market. So that's less than half of where we are right now. So with that hyper low inventory and interest rates were minuscule, we had tons of buyers flooding the market. Things were moving very quickly. So inventory is still low, but not nearly as low as it was this time last year. So what does this mean for buyers? Well, with low inventory, it means that we're still living in a seller's market. There's simply more buyers than there are sellers. So the challenge for buyers in a market like that is that you're still often going to be competing for the same house with other buyers out there. The good news is that the landscape of the market has changed from last year, that you're not competing as hard with as many other buyers. And we're starting to see that in price. For instance, if we compare price for sales in January 2022, they were higher than what we just saw January 2023. So what caused this decrease in competition? Well, it all goes back to last year when we started to see the Bank of Canada introduce interest rate hikes into the market to combat sky-high inflation. We've seen 8 interest rate hikes so far, and really we started to see the effects of these interest rates as soon as the Bank of Canada started doing them. Now, moving forward, it's more important than ever for a buyer to be fully informed about their buying power before entering into an agreement, because the amount of mortgage that you would have qualified for this time last year is going to be different than what you would qualify for this year. Okay. So speak to your mortgage broker, speak to your bank, get fully pre-qualified before you start going out and looking at houses, so that you know exactly what kind of budget you're going to be working with. So it's very important that you prepare now. Speak to your financial professional, speak to your realtor, make a plan. That way, when the perfect home does come along, whether it's now or whether it's once we're into the spring market, you'll be ready. All right, so that's how things look so far in 2023. And if you need any help at all with your real estate needs, feel free to reach out to me anytime.